Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for joining us today. It's a beautiful day. Wherever you're joining us from, you're welcome. Morning, afternoon, evening, you are welcome. Today, we want to look at the most important organ in the body, the heart. How do we save our heart? Many of us we don't even think about our heart because our heart beats independently of us. We don't control our heartbeat, so it's just working on its own. But we want to pay attention to our hearts, the things that we can do to keep our hearts healthy, the things that we are doing that are not keeping our hearts healthy, you know, basic things. We're going to be using simple examples, everyday examples, so that this presentation will be relatable. Save a heart, protect and prosper your family. If there's any challenge with the heart, it affects you, and indirectly, it affects your family. So we're looking at heart health, prevention, and wellness. Stay with me. So you may wonder, why is this conversation important? Why is it, what's the big deal? Why is it important? I can assure you that it is very, very important. It's one of the most important conversations you will ever have with yourself for so many reasons. The first is that the heart disease is one of the leading causes of death globally. All of us on this call, I'm sure, know somebody personally that has passed on as a result of a heart condition. So we cannot ignore it, neither can we overemphasize it. Previously, we were thinking that heart disease is an old person's illness, that is only for the elderly. But now, a lot of young people in their early 20s, people in their 30s, are coming down with a lot of heart challenges. We're seeing young people with hypertension, with stroke, and even heart failure. You'll be wondering what's going on. That is why this conversation matters. And look at our lifestyle. In fact, I've been in traffic for over an hour for a journey of 24 minutes by Google because I went out quickly and rushed back. Going out was 24 minutes. 24 minutes on the Google when I put it in the map. Coming back, it was over an hour because of traffic. So our busy lifestyles, stress, unhealthy habits, all these things are placing a huge demand on our hearts and causing a lot of problems. Some of the things that happen to us, we have termed it as normal. And these things are not normal at all. We need to pay attention. Because we have normalized things, that is why, the heart condition crawls up to us like a thief in the night. That's why it is called a silent killer. A healthy heart supports our productivity, longevity, and family well-being. You can imagine if daddy has a heart condition in the house, the whole house is not balanced. Or if the mommy in the house has a heart condition, or even if the baby has a heart condition. These days, we are seeing babies with hole in the heart. Prevention, like we all know, is more affordable. It is better. It is cheaper. It is safer. It is surer than cure. It is surer than effective and is more effective than treatment. Because lots of medication used for treating heart conditions come with their side effects. And these side effects are not palatable at all. So the good news this evening is that many heart diseases are preventable with lifestyle changes. Yes, we pay attention to our lifestyle and see those things that we can change. These are simple things. Most of the things I'll be talking about this evening, we already know. It's just that we're not doing what we know. So I hope we have our pen and paper so that we can take notes. So let's look at lifestyle habits that destroy the heart. There are certain things that we do that impact our heart negatively. And once we know them and reverse them, then we are on the path of health. Like eating too much processed foods. fried foods, a lot of salt, a lot of sugar. We do this unconsciously. We are grabbing fast foods here and there. We no longer cook at home. Even when we cook at home, sometimes, what we're even cooking is not wholesome. Excess salt increases blood pressure. Salt is hygroscopic. It absorbs water. It bulks the blood volume. So we shouldn't be eating excess salt. A lot of these processed foods, they have a lot of salt in it. There are many snacks that we buy that are just salty, and our taste bud has adjusted to it. So we don't even pick the saltiness, the fact that it is so salty. How about frequent consumption of soft drinks and excessive alcohol intake? Some people will say I'm a social drinker. Some people will say, oh, I just need that extra glucose in my blood because I'm tired. These things direct toxins to the heart muscle, reducing the heart's ability to pump blood efficiently. So they are toxic. But mind you, I used frequent. So I'm not saying today that you are drinking a bottle of a carbonated drink, it is toxic. I'm saying frequent consumption, excessive use of alcohol directly impact the heart muscles so that the heart cannot pump efficiently. What of lack of physical activity and prolonged sitting? I just told you I got in a few minutes ago. I was sitting in the car for over an hour. Now I'm sitting at my desk. I will be sitting here for another hour. That's how a lot of us, our lifestyle is very sedentary. Prolonged sitting limits muscle contraction, which slows down blood circulation. So even when we're in the office and we are sitting, we need to stand. We need to walk around. There are some offices these days, particularly in offices for these oil servicing guys, they are becoming more educated. So you have workspaces where you can sit and workspaces where you can stand. So we shouldn't be sedentary. We shouldn't be sitting all day. We need to walk around. These are simple things. It doesn't cost money to walk around. We need to be physically active. How about smoking? And exposure to secondary smoke, because you might be living in a house where your spouse is smoking. The non-smoker is a secondary smoker because he or she is inhaling the smoke from the smoking partner. That is why a smoking parent should never carry an infant, at least without changing, until he has changed his shirt, so that the infant does not inhale the smoke. This habit introduces toxic chemicals into the bloodstream that damages the blood vessels and accelerates plaque buildup. When plaque builds up in the blood vessels, then it limits the flow of blood, and then it now causes the heart to push more because there's a resistance to the flow of blood. These things are simple to do, but they're also simple not to do. So there's more. How about chronic stress, worry, and emotional burnout? We are all stressed. In fact, being a Nigerian and living in Nigeria is stress. But sometimes we can't do anything about these issues that stress us. So we just need to leave it. These things trigger and release stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. Once we are under stress, we are just releasing bad chemicals into our body that will cause our blood pressure to rise. In fact, there was a day I went to the hospital many years ago. That day I didn't drive. Usually my blood pressure is normal. When you go to the hospital, the first thing they will do is to take your vitals and all that. And the nurse there took my vitals and she took it like once, twice, 3 times. And she said to me, "Madam, did you drive?" For me, it was a strange question. I said, "Yes, I did." She said, "Okay, please just sit a while, maybe 10, 20 minutes, relax, and then come back." I said, "Why?" She said, "I'm looking at your record here. Your blood pressure is never high. But for your blood pressure to be high, it means you drove, In Lagos, when you drive, it's either you are quarreling with somebody or fighting with somebody, or there's traffic and there's a reason for the blood pressure to go up. We are exposed to stress, but when the stress remains for a long time, it becomes a problem. These things trigger adrenaline, trigger cortisol, and it is not good for us. What of poor sleep and constant fatigue? In fact, this thing leads to burnout. It's a major issue amongst a lot of professionals, business owners, and amongst a lot of people. We don't have sufficient sleep. Sleep is medicine now. When we sleep, we give the body opportunity to recover from all the wahala of the day. Poor sleep causes rise in the same stress hormones. So you can see there's a lot of interrelationship between our lifestyle and the chemical imbalance in the body. You can imagine the person now who is under stress, who has not slept, who is fatigued. The heart will complain. Then ignoring regular medical checks. The symptoms are so silent. They just creep in and they are silent. If we're not sensitive, if we're not going for our medical checks, we can miss them. And before we know it, it becomes an emergency. So we must not ignore our medical checks. Weight gain and obesity would cause, it's common sense. It will cause the heart to work more, because the heart now has a larger area to pump blood. Not to talk of the fat that we have around our middle, the visceral fat, which is known as active fat. That one is constantly releasing toxins into the blood vessel. What causes visceral fat? Late eating, poor diet, lack of exercise. There are things we can do. So these are warning signs that we should never ignore. When we have pain in the chest and tightness, some people would have it and they will feel, oh, okay, I will soon be fine. I will soon be fine. You will soon be fine, but we need to pay attention. Difficulty in breathing, frequent headaches. People come back from work, they are drinking one analgesic or the other, they are not paying attention. Persistent tiredness. These things are not normal. And the sad thing is that a lot of people now say, it's not my portion. Whose portion is it? We need to pay attention to these signs. It's better to pay attention and we are told, oh, there are no issues, than for someone to now tell us that, oh, you came late and we now have to be on one drug or the other. Fainting, dizziness, rapid and irregular heartbeat. When we didn't exert ourselves physically, why should our heartbeat be irregular? We need to pay attention to, we must pay attention to our body. Our body, first of all, whispers. And when we don't pay attention, it begins to talk louder and louder. And when we don't pay attention, it now shouts. When it shouts, that it becomes an emergency. So we must pay attention to these things. Now, let's look at the role of nutrition in heart protection. Because talking about lifestyle, everything is not medication. No. If we change our lifestyle, if we improve our diet, if we sleep, if we rest, if we hydrate, I'm sure our heart will be happy. So we need to increase our food on a daily basis, because these things are supposed to be rich in vitamins, minerals, and dietary fiber. But again, a lot of these things that we buy in the market are unwholesome. That's a different discussion altogether. But for the one that plants one or two things, that have a back garden in the house and you can vouch for what you are planting and all that, oh, fine. We need to eat these green leafy vegetables. We need to eat the berries. We need to eat the fruits. All these things protect the heart. We should eat the rainbow, all the colors of the rainbow. The red, the blue, the green, the white, the yellow, all these things are rich in vitamins, minerals, and dietary fiber that help to protect the heart. We should also choose healthy fats that come from fish, that come from nuts, that come from foods because of the high concentration of omega-3, which are excellent for the heart. I wouldn't say we should eat a Mediterranean diet because we're not in the Mediterranean, we're in Africa. But if we can afford to eat the Mediterranean diet, why not? You know, have a well laid out plate, bright colors with healthy oils and all that oily fish like mackerel and all that. If we can, Nigeria, well, God will help Nigeria. Let's not go there. We also need to reduce processed foods and fast foods. A lot of people are grabbing fast foods. I wish there would be a strict regulation on these fast foods so that we are sure of the quality of what we are eating there. But we don't know the kind of oil they use. They put a lot of salt to preserve things. We're not even sure. We need to limit it. Yes, once in a while, your lifestyle is demanding and you're not at home to eat a proper meal or you can't pack your meal to work and you take the fast food once in a while, but we need to limit it because a lot of processed meals contain high trans fats that clog the arteries, high in sodium, and preservatives that elevate heart risk. These things should be prevented. And then we should drink more water and reduce sugary drinks. More water. We have a product, the Blossom tea. I was talking to a customer of mine today, and she gladdened my heart. She said she drinks more tea than water. I said, really? What kind of tea do you drink? She went on and on and on. I said, no, madam, you are going to switch your tea now. You're going to change your brand. And when I told her about our own product, she said, "Oh, send me 2 packets." We need to drink more water and reduce sugary drinks, fizzy drinks. These things are just empty calories. And then increase fiber intake to support cholesterol control. You see, we're talking about the heart. The heart is the engine of the body, and it impacts all parts of the body. So whatever we do, we should think of the heart and ask ourselves, this thing that I want to consume or this activity I want to embark on, what is the impact of the heart? That is how to save the heart. We want to bring it into our daily consciousness, the activities, the things that we do to make sure that the heart is happy, the heart is healthy, and there is no emergency. So healthy eating improves the energy level and also the circulation. How about exercise? Exercise is medicine for the heart. And when I'm talking of exercise, I don't mean you should go and register in a gym, buy fancy gym clothes and all that. No, exercise is movement, physical activity. It helps to improve blood circulation. It helps to maintain healthy blood pressure. We can walk 30 minutes a day. It's not about the intensity, it's about the frequency. We must do things with the right mindset. It's better to walk 20 minutes a day every day than to walk 1 hour a day once a week. So it's not, we just need to do it regularly. Walking 30 minutes daily can reduce heart disease, can reduce the risk. Exercise also helps to reduce stress and improve sleep. So you see, these things are intertwined. That's why we are looking at them as a whole. These are all lifestyle changes. We just need to modify them a bit, and you'll find out that, oh, okay, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm feeling a lot better. Let's look at managing stress. Yes, I put a clock there because a lot of people wake up with their alarm clock. Alarm clocks no longer look like this. A lot of us set our phones, and the phone goes off in the morning. Many people wake up to the alarm clock. So how do we manage stress? We need to be mindful. We need to relax. Find time in the day, 10 to 15 minutes that we are just quiet, calm, listen to your breath. This will help to lower the stress hormones. People will say, I don't have time. We have time. If you track your daily activities, I'm sure you will find 10 to 15 minutes during the day where you can just relax. and listen to your breathing. It will help to calm you. We need to prioritize sleep. Make sleep a priority. Once we begin to see sleep as medicine, it will allow us to prioritize it. Adults should sleep between 7 to 9 hours. Quality sleep per night. A lot of people on this call, I don't know for how long you sleep. I don't know how many hours you sleep for. Many people sleep for 4 hours. Many people sleep for 5 hours. You know, lack of sleep is no longer a badge of honor. It's not a badge of honor. Lack of sleep is a time bomb waiting to explode. And then in sleeping, there's something called sleep hygiene. We need to have a routine when we're going to bed. You know, maybe have a bath, wind down, read a book, read my Bible, say my prayers. Your body is winding down until you fall asleep. Your phone should be far from you at least 1 hour. At least 1 hour before you go to sleep. But you find out a lot of people are still on their phone. They are watching a movie on their phone and they fall asleep. Wrong. Let's prioritize sleep. And then we need to build social support. Stay connected. No man is an island. Stay connected with friends, family, trusted community. Network with people. Network with like minds. It will also help you to be stable emotionally and help you to relieve stress. We must stay connected, build social connection, support each other. Be in environments that we can grow, we can learn, not in an environment that there's competition, because where there's competition, where there's strife, there's stress. We don't need that. And then sometimes we need to unplug and distress. Limit our exposure to news. I was telling somebody the other day that I hardly listen to news because there's too much bad news. If there's an emergency, I'll be here. There will be a stampede. Yes, what's happening? Okay, we will run together. But outside of that, hey, limit your exposure to news. Limit your exposure to emails. Be in full control of your time, your senses, and your consciousness. Engage in hobbies that stimulate you. Laugh. Laughter is good for the heart. Laugh. It helps to lower stress hormones. Have a good laugh. When last did you laugh? That is really laugh. Laugh and in a way that you don't even care who is listening or who is around. All these things help to lower stress. Of course, regular exercise, as I said, at least 20-30 minutes aerobic exercise. This helps. It reduces cortisol, increases endorphins. Let's look at the weight. Because remember, the heart, when you close your fist, yeah, when you close your fists together, that gives you the size of your heart that is pumping blood around the body. If you have an ideal weight, the heart is happy. If one is now obese or morbidly obese, it means the heart has to pump more to go around the body. So a healthy weight actively shields the heart through several critical mechanisms. We want to look at those ways in which weight impacts the heart. Because when there is understanding, then practice follows. But when there's no understanding, people will just take it with levity. So less pumping strain. Excess weight forces the heart to work harder to pump blood throughout the body. We don't want to punish our hearts now. Why should we make our heart work harder? If we leave our heart to keep on working harder, one day the heart will back up. The heart will get tired. And then lower blood pressure. Being overweight elevates your risk for hypertension, which damages the artery walls. Because the area is so big. So as the heart is pushing, the pressure is not ideal. So the blood pressure is lower. When the blood pressure is lower, we don't have enough blood going to the extremities. That itself is not good. There is also a case of improved cholesterol profile. Excess weight increases the bad cholesterol while lowering the good cholesterol. That ratio is very, very important. The good and bad, we must always maintain more of the good and less of the bad. When we are overweight, the reverse is the case. And it is not good because all these go ahead to clog our arteries and veins and then have a reverse effect on the heart. Instead of the heart pushing forward, there's a resistance preventing the blood from flowing. Reduced diabetes risk. Obesity is tightly linked to type 2 diabetes, which can severely damage blood vessels. You know now, when one is diabetic, it means there's sugar everywhere. Sugar in the bloodstream. You can imagine sugar will touch the eye, sugar will touch the heart, sugar will touch the lung, sugar everywhere. And that's damage. That's potential damage. Shouldn't do that. We need to watch our weight. How about chronic inflammation? Abdominal fat releases inflammatory chemicals into the bloodstream, leading to atherosclerosis. We are seeing it now. So we don't have business being overweight. We need to watch our weight, watch what we put in the mouth. Now we've looked at the lifestyle that is causing heart problem and the changes we can indulge in, or not indulge, the changes we can start to ensure our heart is healthy. Now, over and beyond those changes, we need to supplement. Because we've spoken about diet, yes, all things bright and beautiful, eat fruits, eat vegetables, eat oily fish. If we look at the way we farm, the way we cook, the way we store, the way we preserve our foods, everything causes us to have unwholesome meals at the end of the day. So there is a nutrient gap, which means we must supplement. That's where our aloe vera gel comes in. Now, how does aloe vera help the heart? A very big thing about our Forever Aloe Vera Gel is that it contains antioxidant vitamins. It contains vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E. These are antioxidant vitamins that reduce oxidative stress on the blood vessel. We hear a lot about oxidative stress. How does it impact the heart? What exactly happens when oxidative stress has occurred? Now, when there's oxidative stress, it limits the blood vessel's ability to dilate, which means to relax. You know, when the blood vessels are well relaxed, it means blood can flow. When there's oxidative stress, it destroys nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is that molecule that causes the blood vessel to relax so that blood can flow very well. It also triggers the buildup of plaque. So it's double jeopardy. The blood vessels are not relaxing properly, and now there is plaque. So it's like having a narrow road with go slow, or rather roadblock. There will be no movement. On top of that, it thickens the walls of the arteries. The walls of the arteries are supposed to be flexible, elastic, malleable, but it thickens it so it can rupture. Oxidative stress is not good. It also directly increases the risk of hypertension and cardiovascular disease. So, when next you are drinking your aloe vera gel, tell your heart that I am giving you what you need to ensure that you are functioning well. Drinking your aloe vera gel is a sign that you are loving your heart because you are mopping up all the free radicals that are causing oxidative stress in the body. It also supports hydration. You know, our aloe vera gel is 99.9% aloe and has over 70% of it is water. Aloe is very hydrating. In fact, it's more hydrating than the normal water. And this is critical for blood circulation. It ensures that the blood volume is maintained. The blood volume does not go low. It ensures that the viscosity is maintained. The blood does not become thick. And of course, there's a balance of the electrolytes. All these things are maintained. When the blood is well hydrated, it flows easily and properly without friction. So you have the arteries and the veins properly dilated, free from plaques. The walls are not stiff, they are flexible, and then you now have the blood in the right viscosity flowing through. It's a win-win now. It's a win-win. Of course, it supports healthy digestion and nutrient absorption. Because we're saying, yes, take the Mediterranean diet, yes, eat oily fish, yes, eat fruits and vegetables. Aloe vera helps absorption because it cleans out the gut. The villi are exposed so that absorption can, you know. That's why they say you are what you absorb, not necessarily what you eat. Because if you eat the best foods and you cannot absorb it, sorry, there's no benefit. But for best result, it's about consistency. It's not a one-off. Consistency and healthy living. Imagine drinking your aloe vera regularly on a daily basis, and then you're doing your exercise and you're doing so many other things. You're not sedentary, you're not stressed, you are resting, you are sleeping well. Your heart will be happy. And when your heart is happy, hey, your productivity improves. Another product that we'll be talking about is the Arctic Sea. It helps to protect the heart. The Arctic Sea is rich in omega-3 fatty acids. And these are omega-3 is from fish oil and from calamari oil. What does it do? It reduces triglycerides. You know, triglycerides are fats that are gotten from. You know, when we eat our food, the body uses what it needs, and whatever it doesn't need, the nutrients it doesn't need, it converts to fat stores. So this our Arctic Sea lowers the unhealthy triglyceride levels in the blood, reducing the buildup of plaques in the arteries. So when you talk of heart health, you will always hear plaques. You will hear blood pressure. You will hear cholesterol. These are things that affect the heart. So anything that would reverse these things are great for the heart. It balances cholesterol, the good and the bad cholesterol. It balances it. It clears away the bad cholesterol and it boosts the good cholesterol. It supports a healthy blood pressure. Omega-3 improves the blood vessel elasticity, allowing the arteries to dilate smoothly. So you can see aloe vera and Arctic Sea work in synergy. They work hand in hand to ensure that your heart is healthy. I'm sure many of us are seeing this in a different light. They work in synergy. Our Arctic Sea also stabilizes the heart rhythm. You know, the heart, it keeps pumping at a particular rhythm, So this, our Arctic Sea, helps to nourish the heart has its own electrical system, So that's why it can contract, relax, and all that. And this thing prevents it from being erratic. It prevents it from having an erratic, irregular heartbeat. It makes sure that it's beating in sync the way it should be and it is stabilized. It also fights arterial inflammation. This our Arctic Sea has anti-inflammatory properties. It inhibits the production of these inflammatory molecules that can damage the lining of the heart. Fantastic product. It's like pouring quality engine oil into an engine. It will ensure that it runs perfectly. Arctic Sea is also good for the brain, for our cognition, it's good for our eyes, it's good for our joint. Just imagine taking Arctic Sea and aloe vera gel every day for the love of your heart. The results, in fact, you will call us later to tell us where have you been. So let's look at simple daily heart protection plans. Very simple. Drink more water daily. I don't know how much water you currently drink, but whatever volume of water you drink, drink more. Yes, drink more. I've not seen anybody that is drunk on water yet. Drink more water. Exercise consistently. If you can exercise daily, fine. If you can exercise 4 or 5 times a week, good. But you must exercise. Movement is important. And then we need to choose whole foods over processed foods. We need to limit processed foods. Eat more whole food. Reduce stress. Improve sleep. Let us prioritize sleep. Please, we need to make sleep a priority. Have the same time that you go to bed. If it's 10 p.m., keep it at 10. If it's 9, keep it at 9. And I can assure you, if you maintain this for the next month or two, the difference will be clear. Prioritize sleep, reduce stress. Monitor your blood pressure and blood sugar. When you start feeling funny, check. Many people now have the blood pressure and blood sugar monitors in their house. Check these things. Check these things. Sometimes we have headaches. Sometimes we are weak, we are fatigued, we are always tired. Check your blood pressure to find out what is going on. Let's not normalize being tired and not being able to sleep well. Let's not normalize it. Then can we avoid smoking, please? Let's avoid smoking. There are some people now that don't smoke cigarettes. They smoke, it's like an electronic vape, an electronic cigarette. It is still smoking. Whether you call it vaping or smoking, it is still smoking, it is still toxic, and it's not good for you. Please cut down. I will not say stop because I know it's been difficult to stop now, but cut down because those things are releasing toxins into your blood vessels and they are impacting your heart. Excessive alcohol is not good. And then use quality nutritional supplements consistently, like I just spoke about two. Spoke about our Forever Aloe Vera Gel and our Forever Arctic. These are the two supplements that everyone should use on a daily basis. As long as we live on planet Earth, we must supplement our diet because we're no longer getting the value of the whole foods. And of course, schedule regular medical checks. If you want to do your medical checks annually, fine. Every 6 months, fine. But please schedule regular medical checks. Now, we need to and protect and prosper your family in a nutshell. Look at this. A healthy parent is a stronger provider. If a parent is not healthy, they'll be spending all the money on hospital bills and stress. When there's a need in the house, they will prioritize their health first and they will not meet the need. Healthy families are more productive and they are happier. They are happier because there's less stress. So your lifestyle choices today affect your future generations. Protect your heart. Protecting your heart is protecting your family's future. It goes without saying. It's protecting your heart. It's protecting your family future. So as I wrap up, what's the call to action? Please start one healthy habit today. Just pick one and start. Is it going to bed early? Is it drinking more water? Is it exercising? Is it eating less processed food? Pick one today and stay with it. Consistency matters more than perfection. It's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. Then invest in prevention before illness appears. Don't say it's too expensive, it's too this, it's too that. No, because when illness appears and there's an emergency, money will not be the discussion. The discussion will be, doctor, please just start, I'll get the money. So let's reverse that and focus on wellness and focus on prevention. A healthy heart It's a gift to yourself and your family. Thank you very much.
Wow, wow. I just don't know where to start from. I don't know how to thank you. I think everybody, we should just be giving the heart emojis to our darling sister, our colleague, our pharmacist. We know very well you have all it takes. We invited you because we know you will give us the stuff and you did not disappoint at all. Thank you so much.
Thank
We are
you.
so blessed. You can see anybody that is not here today, you have missed a lot. It's different when somebody else is telling you this or you are doing a recorded version. But when you hear from more than a horse this time, from a professional that really has what it takes, there's what you call experiential knowledge. After graduation, we still do recertification, still read, and we are able to give her the real truth in this simple way. You didn't even use medical jargons at all. I'm so proud of you, sister. Thank you so much. Without wasting time, I saw a lot of people trying to ask questions. I think we should just postpone it to the next 20 minutes. It just take me between 10 to 15 minutes to run through the last part to discuss that a family that is healthy will be prosperous. A family that is wealthy will also not have any of these health challenges, especially if you follow all the advice, all the tips, all the lifestyle modifications you discussed with us today. A lot of us, even as medical personnel, years back, discovered this unique system where we can combine this wellness with opportunity to also make money, opportunity to impact lives, opportunity to reduce cortisol. All these stress hormones can actually be reduced so much when you are impacting lives, when you are giving people something of value, when you are an agent of change in a challenging economy or a challenging environment. So thank you so much, our big sister Judy. I want us to quickly discover something. The hidden gold mine. In those days, they used to rush for gold mine. They used to do maybe black oil as gold. And over time, we went to different sectors. That's why they say in every circle of the economy, there are people making money. There are people losing money. They said the empty wallet is his greatest sickness. It's worse than even all this BP and the rest we are talking about. It's an alarm clock on its own. That is why we are going to quickly go through this so that you can reinvent yourself, so that you can transform yourself, so that you can, relearn. That is, unlearn what you have learned before, relearn, and of course, transform yourself. That's beyond form, beyond limitation. Don't say, oh, it's because of the economy, it's this that's limiting me. No. The water outside the boat can never sink the boat. It is the water inside of you. So it's the content you are made of, it's the character, it's the attitude, the personality inside you. Is who you are becoming. Either you are becoming a millionaire or you are becoming a mediocre. If you are becoming a mediocre, you have made the choice. Yes, there's no problem, but don't play the blame game. Don't play this entitlement mentality. So we want you to understand the hidden gold mine is actually in a system where you can be healthy, where you can actually apply this system and you can also prosper. And this is what you can offer back to your family. Excuse me. I like taking this. You will see, by God's grace, 20 years ago, I encountered this amazing system as a pharmacist. I was in my 40s. Like I said at the beginning, my name is Justina Ekperegin. My background is pharmacy. And 23 years ago, I encountered a lady that was in her 60s and she was filled with vitality. Her skin was glowing. Meanwhile, that time, I already had a lot of wrinkles. I couldn't even wear high heels. I had all these lethargy, body pain, fatigue. I thought, oh, we finish having children, just life goes on. But that presentation, just like you have been invited here today, transformed my life. I believe by God's grace, it will also transform your life because you understand the difference between the carrying of buckets or building a system or a pipeline that will just bring water to you. Time may not permit me to go into the real gist of the whole story, but just understand the difference between the mindset of the millionaire and the mindset of the mediocre, the average lifestyle. If you have two people, one person is not having the money, now maybe he has just 100,000 naira. Because you have to understand, it's not the money you have that makes you a millionaire. It is who you are, the personality you have developed, who you are becoming. The good news is that we can always change to become who we want to be. You will see that if you have 100,000 naira and you have a millionaire mindset, give you 1 to 5 years, you will earn 10 million. But if you give 10 million to somebody that have this mediocre mindset, what I earn depends on my efforts alone, my, it's mediocre, it's just 100,000 naira mindset. He will, from that million, go and buy new car, buy phones, move to Lekki, do so many other things, spend all the money until the money gets to that 100,000 naira. He will not come back to his or her senses. He will think, oh, I'm getting on, let me show off, let me repackage, let me show them. But the millionaire mindset, see the difference. The millionaire mindset focuses on growth, is proactive about ownership. He believes in abundance, is investing in business. See, if you invite somebody that has a mediocre mindset to this presentation, we say, oh, I'm looking forward to pay school, I'm looking forward to eat. It's about scarcity, thinking, he's focusing on me, now, what? It's reactive, and he plays the blame game. He plays this entitlement mentality, his income is based on rewards, but long-term, planning, business, assets, you see that the mediocre mindset will invest in liabilities like cars or rent, move to a very big apartment, even if you cannot afford it. But the millionaire mindset has what we call delayed gratification, investing in assets where the asset will compound and take care of you as you grow older. You have long-term vision. They are problem solvers. They like to help people. How many people can you help? That is what will determine how much money you have in your account. They take calculated risk. We discussed all these things last week. That is why I want you to understand that a traveler that discovered that people were always digging every money, how much you dig, how much gold you dig is what will determine how much you earn. But the traveler came, studied the mountain, discovered where he can put a pipe under and get the gold flowing from under the river. That is the system we are talking about. If you build a system, if you invest in real people and you work as a team, you are going to go further in life. You are going to create the million, going to sustain the millions. As you grow, you become better. That's what we call billionaire mindset. It is not the amount you have in your account, but what this process of becoming a millionaire will make it to become. I'll give you an example. When we made our first trip with this company to the US, the person that was #1 in the whole of Africa was from Angola. His name Emmanuel. There was war in Angola and he couldn't even take anything at all. Only just the clothes he was wearing as he was coming from outside, and he, escaped with his life. He didn't know where his children, family, everybody were. To cut story short, he ended up in a mechanic workshop where the man offered, okay, you can just be sleeping here, bathe before we come, this is that. To cut story short, he was just using, he could only remember his ID number, and he was using his ID number to talk to people that come to repair cars. Nobody he was ready to listen. He was now in South Africa as an escapee and all the rest. But one day, somebody had a challenge with his process. Notice that the man was always going to urinate. He talked to the person about the product. He said he can remember his ID number and password. With that man's phone, he was able to trace it. The man bought the product, got a result, and started telling everybody. To cut story short, he became #1 in the whole of Africa, a millionaire. I was able to trace his family, wife, and children, relocated them to South Africa, and just truly, millionaire mindset is not determined by how much you have. It's determined by who you have become in the process of working towards what you want to earn. That is why you can consider the two ways to earn. You are either with the minus, what you earn depends on your efforts alone, or you are with the builders, creating systems, leveraging work, your income will grow. Nobody says you should leave the work you are doing now. No, but this can become a part-time. You build the system, take the effort, even if it's 1 to 2 hours a day or 3 hours, any amount of time you allocate, build this system, because you will get both of them, your health, your wealth, your rejuvenation, no matter where you are in the wellness scale right now. You heard it when our beloved sister explained everything about our heart health. You will be getting all this for yourself and your family. Generations after you will not have all these health, all these health challenges, because you are well informed. With a well-informed mind, you will make the right decisions about how they eat, sleep, how they manage stress and all, how you advise them. So see the modest day miners compared to in those days when people were mining for gold. They are the employees we have, or self-employed, like I used to run my own pharmacy shop. Hourly workers, people trading time for money. There's nothing wrong with all these ones, like I said, but you will see that when the work stops, your earning will also stop. The day you don't go to work, you don't earn. But this is different. When you create a system, this can continue to create value, can continue to create your income long after the work is completed. You can imagine once you become a manager, when your effort or what you earn doesn't depend on just your effort now. You have team, you have grown, you have helped them, you have invited them to this presentation. All of us are using the product, we are recommending the product, we are becoming better, we are becoming healthier, we are happier, we are strengthening each other, we are supporting each other. This will continue to create value. You can imagine 48 years of consistent growth by this company. This is called network marketing. It is a gold mine. People don't understand it. And because people don't understand it, what people don't know, what people don't understand, they abhor. But take your time to look at it deeply. You see that it is the best thing that can ever happen to you. If you want to earn within godly parameters, you want to have peaceful prosperity, you want to make all those millions that will make your life better, and still have peace to be able to sleep that your 7 to 9 hours that was recommended by our pharmacists today, you will not play with this opportunity. All you need to do is to ask questions. How do I succeed? What do I need to do to build my own system? How long will it take me? How much do I want to earn? Build yourself, recreate yourself, reinvent yourself. You will build good quality relationships. You'll be creating customers, base that will be happy with the product, because people are afraid of what they don't know. But if they take the product, they use the product, they see the difference. Just imagine somebody coming from a very hot sun and is thirsty and is so tired, is so weak, and you give that cold water to cool the person down. Imagine that feeling. The way you relax, that is how it happens when you finally encounter this gold mine and you experience the first millions, and you see this is how it's going to be coming on a monthly basis. You can easily settle anything. Money might not be everything, but it actually answers problems. It solves the problem, the basic needs. You will be able to develop leaders. Let them understand what you need to do on a daily basis. Now, internet has made things easier. Unlike when we started, when we had to talk. No, this one, just Zoom meeting once a week or invite them. Now, from now, once a month, we'll be doing what we call onboarding for our newcomers. So if you are a distributor that has never done onboarding before, join us, same link tomorrow, same time. If you are a new person and you want to know what onboarding is all about, or how to start your business, to start making the millions, join us tomorrow, same link, same time. We'll be teaching others how to succeed and leverage the teamwork. Many people never look beyond the shovel, but now we are here to overcome the trench of fear, to overcome that rejection, because you don't even need to pursue family and friends anymore. Just build a system, boost it, relate to people, give them opportunity to experience the importance, why they need to use the product, educate them. Don't focus on just the short-term income, because this is an opportunity. I have 10 different ways through which you can make money. Yes, there's opportunity to earn on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, on a yearly basis. There are incentives. There are a lot of ways where you can earn, which means all the other things that are taking money away from you will not be affected at all, because you have 10 different ways that money is coming in. No matter what is leaving, you always have enough to be able to compound your own money. So networking is all about ordinary people. It's not people that have money. It's people that have wisdom, a well-informed mind, that have vision, that are ready to earn good money within godly parameters. You can start part-time. You can start full-time. You can build from home, from anywhere in the world, in 160 countries of the world, in any currency you want. All you need is just a smartphone to succeed in this business. You can create multiple streams of income. They said Dangote has cement, he has rice, he has a refinery, you don't even need to put your hand in so many of them. Though once you start making the millions, yes, you can invest in anything you want, but you can develop leaders so that they are constantly pursuing their own dreams. It's not everybody agree that we understand the concept of network marketing, or that want to help others. Oh, I've not even helped myself. Why should I help others? They are looking for just how to sell, how to make that profit. No, this business is not a buying and selling business. If it was, it would be just easy for you to open a kiosk and start selling milk and Bonvita. No, this is not a buying and selling business. It's an opportunity to impact lives, to be agent of change, to help people, to help them succeed. The franchise, or as an affiliate marketer, you don't even need to pay to join. Just the products you will use for yourself and the ones you will retail or sell to others. Those are the only things you pay for. All the other ones, self-development, personal development, attending these trainings, they are all free. Your own is to invite them, is to seek out opportunities, to seek out messages, to seek out knowledge, information that will help you become better, become well skilled in the way you close sales, in the way you close, the people that are using the product, how you manage them, how you monitor them, how you relate with your customers. The biggest reward isn't the money. It is who you become as you are developing to become a millionaire in this business. You develop more confidence. I remember in those days, I used to be a very shy person. I can't even talk the camera, but now you can talk with confidence, leader, because you are saying the truth from your heart. It's an inspirational knowledge that is easy for you to explain. Public speaking, communication skills, business thinking, sales, management, personal growth. It will impact your life, all aspects of life, social relationship. If you don't even know how to smile before, you will learn it, because life is all about smiling. This is just an example of what it takes. In this business, like I said, if you're not using the product, you are making a very big mistake. Take your aloe vera gel and your Active C, for example. Everybody needs it, as long as you have a heart. Even if you're a child, you still need the peas and peaches and the Active C. What we are saying is, if you have one person who is also key into this with you, more two, each of you just bring in one person key in with you. To cut story short, by the 6th month, you are 32. And by the company's calculation, the way the company has been paying for 48 good years, they have never missed anything, not even once. In fact, they've won award over and over again, over and over and over and over, as the highest compensating network marketing company all over the world. We are known as the Aloe Vera Company, completely cash rich, completely debt free. This is how growth begins, one person at a time, one person at a time. But see, as you are growing, can you imagine where you started from, just you? But before you grow to 32, just imagine if all the 32 people just buy the product, give or take, maybe they also bring in 1 or 2 persons. If you use our own calculation, I know people here are new, but there is what we call our 4CC, what you use, to earn the money. If you multiply that, you're already doing like 120 cash credit. You are a manager and you are already earning in millions. You're already earning millions. All the incentives of car, traveling abroad, free of charge with a partner of your choice is already on your pipeline, and it is a whole year. By the end of the year, you have already qualified for all things. But every month, The bonus, different from your profit of daily or weekly basis, is already waiting for you. 15th of every month. Distributors are always very excited. And technology, like I said, has made things easier. You can see different things have different apps, different systems, and they have set up so that you don't need to pursue friends and family. Just find out what the manager, the person that has invited you here, has for you during onboarding. And I said, if you don't have anybody that's trained you, join our tomorrow's training. It's the first time I just want to do it for everybody, because most people are like, oh, I don't even know what to do. I don't know what case credit is all about. Oh, since I joined, I'm even a manager, I never did onboarding. Now, tomorrow you will listen. The slides will be available to all those who will attend. So you can use the slide to now do onboarding for anybody. Once you sign up somebody within 24 hours to 48 hours, you're supposed to do what you call onboarding. Me, I'm also guilty. I've not done it for some time for some of my newcomers. But I think by tomorrow they will be able to join. So build online, the new way to build the business. Now, reach people globally, use social media integration, email marketing. In fact, next week, we are inviting a special guru to come and teach us about email marketing. And I think next one, we also invite somebody to come and teach us about Pinterest, how people can, boost there, use AI tools, control all these Zoom meetings. You can even use the free version of 45 minutes. Automate your business to an extent. Even WhatsApp has a free version of automation where it can help you make some replies to people depending on how you train your AI. So ask this basic question. What if you have spent years looking for a bigger shovel instead of building your pipeline? But today we are inviting you, build a pipeline, build a system. Your next level that you are moving to in this business is not about working harder, it's about working smarter. You have a smartphone, work smart with your smartphone, not carrying buckets, but building pipelines. The other has the potential to create income for years. That is building system. That is what we want for every one of us. Like I told you 23 years ago that my husband and I joined this business, and we are grateful to God that we did. We would never look back. Even in retirement, I'm so excited. I told you if I have time, I will show you my picture of before and after. And as you're seeing me now, you'll be able to compare that, oh, what if that 20 years ago had continued? But now you will be seeing, that aging and that stress, everything. But stop digging, start building. That's what we are talking about. The hidden gold mine is it in the mountain. It's not far away from you. It's right before you now. Create the system. Sit down, plan it. Decide on what you want to earn and when you want to earn it. The system will not build itself. That's true. But we can team up together. You can ask questions. We can tell you what to do to build a value-driven business opportunity for others. The greatest wealth often flows through systems, not efforts. That is the truth. Just look at McDonald's and all the people that have built their systems, yes, and Coca-Cola and the rest. You see, generations after them, they are still using that system to end. So are you ready to build the pipeline? If you are new here, we want to welcome you. The strategic vehicle is the Forever Living product, already established, already completely cash rich, debt-free, privately owned, from plant to product to you, globally recognized all over in 160 countries of the world since 1978. In 2 years, we'll be celebrating 50 years, 100% debt-free. It means we don't own anybody. Nobody can hold us to ransom. We're vertically integrated. So you have the peace of mind. You are totally in control. You don't have to build your own, but just key into the pipeline that has been built over the years. All of us have been contributing. You can see the industry. Look at it or Google it in the internet. You see the massive global wellness industry is in the trillions, 6.2 trillion. Everybody is looking at label these days before they buy anything. What are the active ingredients? What are their mode of action? What things we don't used to care about, people now care. The global wellness sector is growing faster than any other industry in the whole world. So aligning with Forever Living product that is already positioned for success is a special gift and a double anointing for you to move and earn that income you have always dreamt of, so that stress will no longer be there. See, we have more than 10 million successful distributors. We're not talking of those who have come and have gone. Yes, I know it's not, this business is not for everybody. If somebody tells you, come and join this business so that we multiply money for you, no. If you are ready to be of value, you are ready to learn, you are ready to impart, you are ready to be of, and ready to change lives, yes, this business is for you. We'll team up together and we'll have all those successes. Imagine for more than 45 years, 48 years, uninterrupted success, even when the whole world is going through economic, up and down, disruption here and there, the company is going higher and higher, is experiencing this amazing success because the aloe vera gel, that is our main, product, this our own special product, our signature product, does not need, what you might call seeds that you need to buy to come and plant. No, plantain suckers, they grow and you just take from them and replant. That's how aloe vera leaf also grow. And we are the ones that we control more than 80% of the aloe vera all over the world. People come to buy raw materials from us in 3 different continents of the world, big plantations. We own them. So you can imagine why aloe vera is our basic product. All our products are aloe based. When we say something is aloe based, means we start with aloe, every other thing is added, So we're not just adding aloe, just managing. No, we use as we want. You see why you can rejuvenate. Go and do all the readings about aloe vera gel. You'll be amazed at why you see people who truly use aloe vera gel. They rejuvenate, the skin glows, the body glow, and mind, everything just comes alive in you. You are just there offering this, amazing, incredible product and business opportunity. This gold mine that you are discovering, we have just won the gold standard of organically recognized product, aloe vera gel. And we are proud to let you know that anything you take from us is guaranteed. You can see all the products, the weight management products. Time did not permit Julie to talk about it. The Clean9 you can use to bring yourself back to normal. Then you can just be you cannot just be taking your aloe vera gel and your Arctic Sea. If you want, your tummy to flatten out, you can use the Pro B. If you have any of all these challenges, I want you to know that we have key products that can help you reverse, rejuvenate, and restore your head back to normal and maintain it. That's what we have. So purchase these premium products directly from the person that has invited you by filling a form so you can get at wholesale. You start as a preferred customer with a smaller discount. As you meet up with a business owner, you have become a business owner, you have a whole 30% discount on anything you buy from that time on, forever and ever. If you grow, you're able to help 1 or 2 persons to also buy products and you grow to become supervisor, you have 35% discount. If you grow above that, you now have 38% discount. If you become assistant manager, you have 43. If you become manager, you have 48. That's like buying the product at half the price. So if I were you, as I just joined, I will be looking for how to become manager. Ask the person that invited you or that registered to tell you what you need to do to become manager. Because when you're a manager, everything is sweet, I'm telling you. Every month you earn, you have opportunity to earn all the different 10 ways of earning that we discussed about. So if the person already has heart-related diseases, these are products that you can use. You can just screenshot and, of course, help people with it. These are the products that anybody that is already having a heart problem, CardioHead to strengthen the heart, AgriPlus to help you with the blood vessels. You heard her talking about it because it produces the nitric oxide to help the blood vessels to be malleable, so blood can go through it, expand and contract and move as you want. We have garlic thyme that clears, blood clots from veins. Veins carry deoxygenated blood, and the Arctic Sea to clear plaques and to do all that you heard she talked about. The aloe vera gel, she has already spoken about them. So we have a pack we call the Save the Heart pack. You can use constantly. and you can become happy by building a team of people who are also happy. If a lot of people in your church, in your family, your friends, relations, or within your circle of influence are having anything that has to do with her, then it is a problem to you if you are not telling them about this product. Don't prejudge them. So if I tell them now, they will look down on me, they will laugh at me, this is that. That's what they call the trench of fear. You have already sunk yourself to the trench of fear. You cannot tell them. But even if you don't want to tell them, start boosting, start advertising, start using the product and looking better, and allow them to know that it's because you are using the product, that's why you are looking better. So you earn from all the daily income, weekly income, monthly income. Then we have what we call the chairman's bonus, global travel, the different incentives like the car. You will be entitled to all this. I can show you people who have ended. The lady you are seeing on the left is directly my downline. I signed her up. She was area manager of EcoBank. I remember you were in those days, and she was like, oh, if I can earn just double my salary, I will just drop my work because to look after my children. I don't like househelp looking after my children. Just and behold, in less than 3 months, she was earning double what she was already earning in the bank. She dropped her salary, she dropped her job to do this business completely, and just really you can see what she made outside her monthly bonus. That is somebody we brought in. I'm just giving you all those ones to let you know that these are real people, this is real opportunity, and these are real products, the best you can find. In fact, they are phenomenal because when I use the product, oh my goodness, I know how I feel. I know some people keep telling me, oh, mommy, you are glowing, you are looking good. Yes, if you drink this collagen every day, after a month, even you will find it difficult to recognize yourself. You will be amazed at the glowing, the way your skin, everything about it, the vitality. You will be feeling so excited, happy, because when you are happy, when you are healthy, when you are able to help others, yes, there's no way those stress hormones, these heart-related diseases that she was talking about can come near. Also, this business has minimal risk because you don't pay money to join. You need the product, so you buy the product to use. We give you the full support. We have a medical team that can always help you 24/7. If you need questions, just join our platform, ask the question. People will readily reply you on how you can manage any situation. If you have anything at all, a way forward, all you need to do is to ask questions. You have time for yourself, total flexibility, because you can decide that, oh, it's morning, afternoon, or it's when I'm watching when I'm doing this, I'll just be typing or I'll just be posting. If you don't even want to spend money to boost, you can do the ones, organic ones, at least to start. 1 or 2 sales, then you have at least 20, 25,000 to boost, and you are able to get, people asking you. When they ask you, you have to also learn what to say to close sales. Some people are getting all those numbers coming in, but they don't know how to close sales. Maybe next week or the week after that, we might talk about how to close sales. When people message you on, oh, I'm interested in this product, how do you now say to the person? The person say, how much is aloe vera gel? Just say 44,000. The person will just scream and say, I know it's too expensive. You have to be able to manage the situation to let the person understand why the price is like that, how and what the person will feel, the benefits, and you have uncapped scalability that is possible for you. So we want to encourage every one of us. Thank you so much. You have listened. This is a very, very powerful business opportunity. You can build it successfully, without chasing family and friends. You don't even need to show face. You can just clone anything, anybody, create, your own space in the social media. Anywhere. It can be TikTok, Facebook, anywhere, and just be boosting, just be posting on your WhatsApp, post on a daily basis. And this is not a business where you don't do anything, you earn. But once you work, you earn. We have trainings for you. Let's build the legacy together. All you need to do is to fall in love with the product, become the product of the product. If you fall in love with the product, you become product of the product. We are not telling you to go and start advertising Forever Living product. No, they're big enough, they can advertise themselves. But you become the model. You be the one to advertise yourself. Don't miss any step. Just educate people about the product. Ask questions. Trust enough to be able to relate with them. Profile them, whether they need the product or the business. But in closing, you are able to relate with whatever is their pain point. That's what is important. So in conclusion, everything I have discussed today just narrows down to these 10 different ways you earn. You can screenshot it. If there's any of them you have done and we are not paying, you can hold on responsible for 48 good years. In all the leading countries of the world, America, where people litigate and pay ransom every day, nobody is holding us to ransom at all. Where, in fact, everything is guaranteed, return. If you are not even satisfied, it's also there. But you can see 48 good years, this company is working stronger and stronger. Everybody is happy doing the business. Just screenshot and we'll let you know how you can earn all this. Just reach out to the person that invited you here today. Fill the form if you know the person physically, but if not, send your link. The link of the person that invited you will help you sign up in the business, and you can join us tomorrow for the onboarding. Thank you so much.